How's it going, everyone? Today, we are doing an updated Lake Trio deck. The deck list is just slightly different because we're in a new format and we have new things to target. So there's a lot of big basics going around, and Mesprit being able to one-shot all of them means that we can get away with playing certain, not playing cards that we needed in the past. So I've been seeing some content creators, not throwing out any hate here, just I have a different take on this deck, but I've been seeing some content creators do their own list, and I had a couple issues with them. Notably, I saw some Shaman variants going around, and for me, the Shaman package coupled alongside Dawn doesn't make a lot of sense. So let's quickly go through my list, show you what I've got. I've got a Potion, 2 XP, 2 Pokeball, 2 Communication, 2 Rocky Helmet. Very, very important to fix the math. If you think Palkia with a Giant Cape has 170 HP, you need that Rocky Helmet damage in order to one-shot the Palkia back. Same with a Dialga EX. So Rocky Helmet is very, very important. It's also good against smaller Pokemon, as you'll see in the video. 2 Research, 1 Sabrina, 1 Cyrus, 1 Celestic Town Elder. You don't really need 2. You barely use the Celestic Town Elder. It's really just here as a choice for you to either get something back to communicate away, or if you get put in a weird situation where you have to give up 2 Uxies or 2 Azelves, you have the Town Elder to bring one of them back. So with the Shaman and Dawn package, the only way Dawn works with this deck is if you have 2 Mesprit on the bench and Mesprit has 1 energy attached to it already. Without that, the Dawn isn't really going to work out in your favor. And if you have a Shaman on the bench, your bench can now only be Uxie, Azelf, Mesprit, so Mesprit can attack. You can't have that second Mesprit getting a little bit of extra energy so the Dawn play is possible. So I'm just not really a fan of that. I think Dawn is a fine card in here, for sure. That situation doesn't come up that often where you have a Mesprit, a second Mesprit on the bench with 1 energy that could attack if you had the Dawn. I rarely run into it, but it's definitely something to consider. So that is my deck list. That's what I think. And also this deck, a list very similar to this did quite well at a tournament. I think it went like 6-3-1, which is just a fine score when only one person is playing Lake Trio per tournament. So it is a bit tournament proven as well. Let's move into the games and I'll show you how to pilot this deck. Yeah, okay. Usually I don't do this, but there it is. There it is. There it is. So you really wanted that to be an Uxie. I don't mind, like, consistently. No, I kind of do mind. It doesn't really matter at all. Consistently bullying this Yanma on the bench doesn't really do a whole lot for me. I'm only doing 10 damage after the Shaman. I can already one-shot a Yanmega. Yeah, I just wanted that to be Uxie pretty badly. And we do have to respect the Yanmega. We'll be able to fire off sequential attacks. X speed is interesting. Is he gonna go into the Yanma? I can still attack you from the active spot, you know. I guess you can flap for 20. A potion for 10. Alright, I haven't seen like one correct move. Literally everything he did there was incorrect. But it's fine, I guess. There's Uxie. Alright, so we will... Should I X speed? Preserving the energy on the Azelf doesn't really matter. What usually matters more for the X speed, but outside of turn 1, is when you go up in a Mesprit. If your opponent doesn't have a backup attacker, you need to like X speed out of the Mesprit to then start using Mind Boost again if you don't have an attachment on it. It's just, I don't see a reason to play it right now. Now I do need to find Uxie. Or what I could even do is attach the Mesprit, retreat into my bench Mesprit. The one from hand. And then I'm saying, like, you knock it out, sure. I have an Elder to fix that in the future. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. So we will retreat, use the energy. Now, if we get Sabrina'd, this is unfortunate because I'm just losing -1 energy for nothing. And I'm losing a potential communication target. The Rocky Helmet, it doesn't, like, none of it matters anywhere. Let's do this. I could have Sabrina. Also, another route there would be Sabrina the Shaman. Hope it gives me 1 more turn. Hope my opponent doesn't have X speed, but I'm going to hope he just kind of full greeds on the Yanmega, and I'm able to Supreme Blast it, and then just retreat back into Uxie and set up from there. There's Eevee. Okay, I expected a Leafeon in here, for sure. For sure. It's no shocker there. Leafeon is annoying. It does 70, exactly enough to knock us out, and powers itself up. Okay. So, a retreat into Eevee, and then a continuous steps. Let's just hope for not 4. I'll take any number besides 4. Well, okay. That could have been bad. I could have gotten 10 put on my head. Alright. So what's the method now? Honestly, I'm still fine with attach to Mesprit. And, like, if he wants to, go ahead. Because at the very least, if he wants to go Leafeon, take a knockout this turn, he's not powering up another energy to Yanmega. And yeah, I'm just kind of trying to bait this out. I wouldn't mind a Leafeon because, again, we can just retreat into Mesprit, attack. Or, sorry, we would just promote Mesprit, attack the Leafeon, take our 2, and then it's just about finding another, getting another Mesprit powered up in time to win us the game. Attachment to Eevee. Okay. We want him to do this. We want him to attack into us. We are fine with it. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we haven't played, like, any supporter. We haven't done anything. We've played 1 Pokeball. Just gonna, okay. Just gonna pass. Just gonna pass. So, now we can Pokeball and see who we find. Well, we know guaranteed we're gonna be able to find the other one. So, it almost seems fine to me to just attach to Uxie, or attach to Mesprit, X-Speed, and attack. And let's see here. My opponent will knock out Mesprit. So sad. We'll promote Uxie, power up the Mesprit again. He'll be ready, and then we just find, like, the missing one. And then we win? Seems good to me. The only way this hurts us is if my opponent is playing Mars in this deck. Things could go bad if there's a Mars. If not, I'm sort of just fine with what we're doing. I think we you know, correctly didn't attack when we didn't have to. Kind of forcing my opponent to either leave himself in a bad spot with no energy and no follow-up attacker, or just give us more time to put energy on Mesprit. There's a Selby as well. I'm not afraid of anyone I'm seeing. And we'll just, this turn, attach to Uxie, power up Mesprit, and then hopefully, again, as long as there's no Mars or whatever, should be fine. We've already taken 2, so I'm cool with burning this Sabrina. Well, I don't have to burn the Sabrina anymore. Well, if I research, what cards could I get that I could even play out of my hand? I get... let me see. What's left in deck? No, we can just set up checkmate here. What am I doing? All right, we'll just research. Rocky Helmet's good. X-Speed's fine. And we can just, right? I'm not incorrect. Wait, how many? Here's both a Zelf. Here's 1 Mesprit. Okay, so we just Pokecom. We find Uxie. We bench Uxie. Now we have both Uxie and Mesprit's ready to go next turn. That simple. Now no Sabrina plus... I guess it would have had to be like Sabrina plus red card, or just attack plus Mars or red card to sort of throw that play off. But now we're just set up for checkmate. My opponent can only attack with Yanmega this turn. There's no damage. I mean, Potion plus Cape plus Blue, yes, would make it so we can't win, but then we have Sabrina to target something on the bench instead. We just should be fine here. It's an EX deck, and we were able to set up 2 Mesprit. It's really all you need to do to win. Opponent conceded. Dreamstar, but it's a Weavile Darkrai. We don't love it. We don't love it. And that Rocky Helmet there makes it even worse for us. So I think we just go bench Mesprit. I'm fine with benching the Zelf too, because we do have... I'll put Rocky Helmet on the Uxie. We do have Pokeball plus Calm to, like, hopefully find Uxie if he goes down this turn. But what we're really going to hope for is that my opponent can't. Let's see. Does Weavile do... How much does Weavile do? I don't even remember. Hopefully it's fine. We have the potion in hand, so we'll be able to heal out of range of a Darkrai ping is really the only thing I'm terribly concerned about. Sabrina. That's cool. That's cool, I guess. I don't really care if it's the Azelf or the Uxie getting damaged here. Even 2 heads flips are not going to knock us out, right? He'll do 60. 0. 0. Okay. I mean, there is still, you know, my opponent could still go. There's a Zelf. Okay, so with that, I'll Pokeball. Finding another one makes it find a Pokeball, because again, the Pokecom's here to find whoever I need. I would really love it if my opponent got Weavile this turn. That would be my favorite. Because I don't know another world where... I just don't know that I can really get everyone powered up fast enough. I don't think I can get 2 Mesprit powered up fast enough to sort of stop this potential onslaught. I mean, maybe we can if we're not seeing a Weavile again. Double tails one more time. Holy. We might actually be able to pull this one off. It's not likely, but there's a chance here. I think I'm just going to keep doing this until I see a... until I see a Weavile. Can this guy please just evolve into Weavile? Come on, you got to be sick of what I'm putting you through, right? Okay, so he's going to get the ping on Azelf. And he's going to go for this. Okay, so as long as there's not 2 heads here, I feel okay. There's no way, right? Okay, he gets 1. He gets 1. The game allowed him to get 1. So he hits for 40. All right, time to use... Okay, well, Rocky Helmet here. I want my Cyrus, man. I want my Cyrus. Because the... No matter what, I know I'm potioning this as Elf. Maybe, can we set up... Can I set up for... Azelf will go down this turn. Mesprit goes up. Mesprit goes down. But I'm like, no, I'm nowhere... it's only a 1 and 8 that I find my actual Cyrus. Oh, I really just want this thing to evolve, man. I want to take the 2 on it. Because otherwise, I'm not getting 2 any other way. Well, I mean, I guess I don't have to Azelf. Like, I can... My opponent's probably only playing 2/2 Sneasel Weavile line plus 2 Darkrai. So I guess the safer play is just to hope that I get Sabrina instead. Both are like equal, but this also opens the route for my opponent just evolving this into a Weavile and letting me fish for the win that way. Let's see. As long as I don't see like a Spiritomb or something, I'll be happy. There's an attach to Darkrai. Yep, I take my 20. And then I likely get knocked out here, which is fine. What? Give me an X speed, and I'll go happily knock out this Sneasel. Uxie. Okay. Well, in that case, no, because like he can just ping my Azelf and knock it out, which isn't fun. This sucks. This gives him now like a 2-prize turn at some point. Yeah, I actually didn't want that to happen at all. I wanted to get knocked out. It's now come full circle, and it's actually helping him. I wanted to get knocked out. I don't have any more potions. I don't have any way to heal this Azelf. My opponent can totally just go for a 2/2. Go for a win that way. Well... Nah, there's still a way. And I still think the best path is actually attached to Mesprit. Yeah. Because what's going to happen is if my opponent wants a guaranteed knockout this turn, he's going to have to retreat into Darkrai. He can get the ping from Darkrai, but he's going to have to retreat into Darkrai in order to knock out another Pokemon this turn. And if he does that, I can swing with Mesprit into it. I'm not taking any rocket helmet damage. And then maybe I can survive another turn. Maybe. There's Sabrina beforehand. That is interesting. I'll give him the Uxie. Maybe we just don't see a knockout here? No, here comes Weavile. Okay. So yeah, my opponent's going to try to go for the 2 prize turn. And, no, I have a way to prevent it. Sort of. I do have a way to prevent it. That might have just been the Sabrina throw, like the greatest Sabrina throw ever. He's going to knock out Uxie. I'm going to send up Mesprit. I'm going to bench second Uxie. If my opponent wants to get 2 prizes, he's going to have to Cyrus up his elf. Well, no, he can just retreat into Darkrai, and that would do it. Yeah, so Cyrus gets him there anyways. I cannot believe we're gonna... we were helped by the bad coin flips and then just, like, insanely hurt. Sabrina. I don't think it does anything for us. Man. Yeah, we wanted to get knocked out there. Let's see. Should I Sabrina? Is there a point to Sabrina? By Sabrina, my opponent sends up Sneasel. And I just, instead of taking 2, I take 1. And nothing is really gained off of that. Yeah, nothing's gained off that. Sort of is what it is. It's, if my opponent has Cyrus, he's got it. He's used 2 Sabrina already. I mean, you got to be playing a couple of Cyrus in here as well, right? You've got the space for it. You're only playing, what, 6 Pokemon? Yeah, 6 Pokemon? Yeah, he has to. He has to have double Cyrus in here as well. And I'm not going to be able to stop my opponent from taking the game that way. No instant concession, no Cyrus off the top of the deck! No way, man. No way. That's crazy. Okay. Not sure that this is a great matchup, but it depends on what else my opponent is playing. If it is Skarm Zone, not going to go so well for us. They've got a lot of efficient attackers that can get through our little friends pretty quickly. If it's a Skarmory deck in some sort of Dialga variant, things might be okay. We can get through a Skarmory, and then we can just get through a Dialga, and that'll be game. There's Rocky Helmet. Yeah, I would have much preferred to see the Giant Cape over the Rocky Helmet. That's for sure. Because now he'll be able to one-shot my Uxie in return after I attack. Adamant. Okay. Well, in that case, I probably just want to attach the Mesprit and... I mean, I could retreat, but, like, I have the Celestic Town Elder to recover. Yeah, maybe we waste some resources. Maybe we waste some resources from our opponent. Let's do this. I'm fine with this. Maybe we get some Cyruses or Sabrinas out of the way. I'm fine. I'm cool. I don't need to attack. There's Dialga. Okay. Okay. So, it's possible. And this way, I can potion and at least do, like, 20 more to it. There's a Cyrus. Okay, so I don't need to use my potion. Again... This guy is going to go down, though. He's slowly building up that Dialga. Interesting. How are we going to do this? This guy stinks, man. Maybe we go promote Mesprit. Research. We'll save the Celestic Town Elder for later. Oh, no. This was a mistake. Because the plan was to go Sabrina next turn. And now I can't attack without a Zelf. I was kind of just hoping I'd find, like, Pokeball or Pokecom. Something to go get in a Zelf. But it has not worked out that way. So now we're relying on our top deck to fix our mistakes. And we need to dodge a Giant Cape as well. We need to dodge a Giant Cape on the Dialga. And even just getting through the Skarmory is going to be hard, man. It's going to be tough work. Sabrina, that's okay. It's not great. I don't love that at all. Let's see here. Yeah, man, Skarmory with Rocky Helmet just walls us, like, completely. Just completely walls us. Okay, so there's second Uxie, which is cool. We can go Celestic Town Elder. Get the Azelf back. We'll go Azelf. We'll go Mesprit. We'll potion the Uxie since he's gone next turn anyways. And we'll attach there. Go Mind Boost to the bench Mesprit. It's going to take a lot of heart and soul to claw this one back. It's going to be tricky. We are wasting a lot of our opponent's gusting options, which is nice. So maybe we'll have the means to just pivot, and find this last knockout through this Skarmory with Mesprit. We're not going to need that many turns. There's an attachment to Dialga. Still no Giant Cape. Okay. Or Rocky Helmet. Both very big. Both very big to dodge here. So now we're going to go Mesprit. Bench Uxie. Sabrina up that Dialga. Take our 2. And the last thing we're waiting for is... Oh my gosh, dude. If I just had X-Speed, I could win. If I just had X-Speed, I could win this next turn because he's going to take 20 from this Rocky Helmet. Okay. So let's bring this guy up. Bring this guy up. He could also be playing like... I mean, he's already played an Adamant, but he could have a second Adamant to stop that. Or even just potions. Like, I am still expecting Mesprit will be needed to get through this Skarmory here. Yeah, my opponent probably could have just stuck to double Skarmory this game and won. Skarmory hard counters us. Like, just hard counters us. It's able... Skarmory... Yeah, see, there's potion. So now that play is no longer a thing. We're going to need just X-Speeds. X-Speeds is going to be our only way to win this. So, research for double X-Speed, maybe? Would be cool. It's going to take Rocky Helmet damage. Pokeball. Okay. Do I even just try to make him soak up a bunch of Rocky Helmet damage? I mean... Like, one way I could do it is retreat into Mesprit. He hasn't played, like, anything. His hand can't be all that. Let's try it. Maybe he doesn't have double potion. Maybe I can force him to swing into this Mesprit. Put him down to 20 and then just retreat to Uxie and win. I feel like if that's something he's worried about... Okay, he does have potion. Oh, no, 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 no. We just need to start finding X-Speeds. While avoiding a Cyrus. We're running out of time. We're trying our best. But we do need... we need to see double X-Speed in order to win. There's one. So we go attach the Mesprit. X-Speed out. Go into Uxie now. And we're given like 2 more turns to find... Or, yeah, sorry, we can retreat into Azelf next turn. Yeah, we have like 2 more draws. So, better than a 50-50 shot at finding it. But, again, this whole time we're trying to dodge a Cyrus. We're trying to avoid Cyrus. We have research of our own, so, like, our bottom... Yeah, okay. No, it is just a 50-50, because we have research and X-Speed. If I hit research, I know we're good. I don't have any more thinning cards. Yeah, just it is what it is. It's like 50-50 to find it. Second Skarmory. That's cool because I have Cyrus. It's not going to mean that I can use Cyrus and X-Speed on the same turn. So that kind of limits us. But he doesn't retreat. So if I just find it this turn, I don't win. Have I used my potion? I've used my potion. Okay, so what? We're playing for the tie? There's X-Speed. Okay, so here's what I do. I go X-Speed. There's still a way. This is crazy that we're finding this route. My opponent benching this kind of just gave us an out. Because otherwise it would have been a tie. We go Psychic Arrow. Go there. And next turn we can just Cyrus that Skarmory and win. He's used both potions, yes? Yes, he's used both potions. Okay, dodge Cyrus or Sabrina and we're good. Dodge Cyrus or Sabrina and we're good. Yeah, sending up the Mesprit, I guess, was a risk then, because it kind of just put me into an either tie or lose scenario. But we would still sort of be there. We would have had to promote, like, given the amount of time it took us to find the X speed, the situation would have been the same. Wow, we actually get there. We just had to, like, play as passive as possible. And we find it. Thanks to an opponent misplaying by benching that Skarmory as well. But I guess he could have thought we had second potion. No reason for him not to assume that we had it and just wanted to be safe by benching another Skarmory. Or was that really a reason? I don't really see one. There we go. Cool. Maybe he thought we could have been playing Cape too and found a route that way. I don't know, but we ended up getting there. What a fantastic start. Our opponent leads with a Sudowoodo. Yeah, we just don't mind fighting decks, man. We don't. We really don't. This Sudowoodo is going to do 20, maybe 40 a turn with a Lucario. I'm not really worried about the guy. I'm not too worried. I will want a Rocky Helmet to help me damage this Sudowoodo. But there's a, okay, so it's not a one prize fighting deck, which makes me feel better. And he's got a Rocky Helmet of his own. So now it makes me not love the, you know, little dance we're doing right now, but it's okay. It's okay. We've got both. We've got every Pokemon we need. Have the communication as well. Might be relevant in a bit, but for now it's fine. Research Rocky Helmet. Cool. Cool. Exactly what I wanted. We get that thin out another. And I have common hand, so once this Uxie goes down, no matter what, even if this isn't Uxie, this is Elf. Fine. Fine, fine. Yeah, we're going to be able to power this guy up. And he'll be ready to attack. Now, let me see here. I'll do 20. I'll go down to 50. He'll swing. I'll go down to 30. So I probably won't attack with the Uxie next turn. Just because I want a couple more turns of attachments. I don't really want the Uxie to go down. It's a weird spot. I mean, getting that extra energy in play is going to be really valuable. Like, our route to victory is probably just going to be through this Sudowoodo and then through the Garchomp. To do that, I'm going to need the Garchomp to attack into... Oh, he's not going to attach. Okay. That's fine with me. So I say we just get this Mesprit ready to go. Well, I think actually X-Speed and Edzelf would have been a fine play too. I sort of attached that energy a little hastily. Because I'm guessing what's going to happen is Garchomp's going to come up. If he has a way to retreat the Sudowoodo, that is still, you know, a tall ask for my opponent. We'll put that... I don't think it matters too much. Energy diversification is never really a bad thing. I have X-Speed to retreat when I need to. But if my opponent has a way to get into Garchomp, he can linear attack my Mesprit, and then I'll knock myself out by attacking into it. So I'd kind of like to just make sure that Garchomp's gone before that happens. So I'll probably, like, bench his Elf and just try to start sniping it. Yeah, I'm not worried about this Sudowoodo. Like, we'll deal with him at some point. But if I can just make sure that once this Garchomp comes up and starts attacking, I have a way to, you know, guarantee get the return KO, I'll be happy. So let's go Psychic Arrow. Put 20 there. Awesome. Now, we don't have Cyrus to bring it up, but as long as it's sitting on the bench, I'll just keep building the Mesprits, and we should be okay. Again, we've got guaranteed access to whatever Lake Spirit we may need. So I don't know what my opponent could start doing here. He could attach the Sudowoodo and start swinging. Yeah, sure. Maybe waste the Cyrus. I mean, he just needs a way to retreat. I think that's almost more important. He does play the Lucario. Okay. Not going to be a big deal for this turn. Potion isn't going to help. Not this turn, at least. I mean, I could attach the Mesprit, Potion his Elf, swing into Sudowoodo, threaten a knockout on that next turn, and not be worried about the potential Lucario, whatever. But I kind of like holding the Potion so I can Potion the Mesprit so he doesn't, you know, just faint when I swing with him. Let's go Psychic Arrow. And I'll do 20 more to the Garchomp. This way, Sudowoodo's not knocking out my Azelf still. He doesn't have a way to bring anything up besides Uxie with Osiris. Okay. That's chill. And now our route can even just be double Mesprit attack. Yeah, now we're just good for that. Which might just be the play. I don't see why we wouldn't. What can he attack with next turn? Nothing? He could go evolve into Gabite, get the return KO on my Mesprit, which I wouldn't love. How worried about that do I need to be? Not very. And I'm going to save the X speed for now, because I am going to want to, like, if he brings up Garchomp and starts sniping around, leaving this in the active spot, I'm going to need a way to move him. Let's just go Supreme Blast. And now, yeah, I guess I'm only worried about the potential Gabite swinging into me. If that happens and knocks out my Mesprit, I will probably promote Uxie and go Mind Boost. And just, like, you know, get the extra energy attachment in, which doesn't really matter, but just weaken it. It's tough. It's tough. There's a couple things I could do here. I mean, we're really just waiting for Cyrus to win. Cyrus is all we're lacking. There's attachment to Gibble. Do we see the second Gabite? Cyrus? Nope. Okay, so he's just going to knock out one of our little guys who's already damaged. 5 cards left. How many cards do I have left? 6. Okay. So what should we do here? I don't think we can send up the Mesprit. Or the Mesprit with the energy on it. I don't think that's going to be a good idea. Oh, there's Cyrus. Cool. I was probably gonna potion this Mesprit and retreat into it. And that way I'll just get a couple more turns. But no, we just Cyrus up that. And bench his elf. And we get there. Opponent conceded. Awesome.